I don't want to succeed.
Me neither. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Entropy.
Hi. Hello.
We at the start of the thing, we have a couple of announcements to make. I got to hang out with Steven yesterday, and it was awesome.
Is that the announcement?
Morgan too. I got to hang out with Morgan too.
No, I love that. I love that you left off Morgan until this moment.
But you see Morgan more often.
That's true.
So it's less special. You see Morgan?
Well, I wouldn't say it's less special.
It's always special hanging out with me.
Yes.
I am a treat.
But when you get to see Steven's mustache in person,
oh, underwhelming.
It's really
real.
something.
Really real.
Okay, so that's it for announcements. Does anybody want to do a recap from last week?
Man.
Oh God. Oh no. Shit.
Who wants to do a recap?
Vortie's dying.
Yeah, Vortie's dying.
We got Micah to absolution.
Yeah.
And his 2 bodyguards.
Mm-hmm.
One
of which is a little clingy.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's a little clingy, yeah.
We did hear Micah tell his congregation that Saros would protect them from the daughter, which we know is not true because he has physical manifestations of it, can't remember anything before he was wandering in the wastes and had his first vision of Saros. We think he's a dragon, for anyone that missed the last episodes.
But, I mean, to be fair, he says that the daughter has not progressed since he started worshiping Saros. Now,
how would he know?
Yeah, that's true. Like, that's like a patient diagnosing themselves, so that doesn't really work. Yeah.
He left someone named Warden, Brother Warden.
Brother Warden, yeah, I wrote that down like it was important, but it's probably not. Yeah.
Pinnacle 23 also arrived in absolution looking for us, composed of a human woman named Gwen, who seems to sort of be the leader, a reserved book nerd human man named Wesley, a half-orc man named Wallach, who is quiet and composed and has a small wormling as a companion or familiar, we're not really sure. A halfling woman named Kalanchi, who is apparently a fangirl of the Stubbles name.
It's should I spell it for you, Morgan?
Sure.
Callan. It's Kalanchoe.
Oh.
I saw that plant.
I believe it's Kalanco.
Oh.
I saw that plant at a store the other day.
Look, I'm just going to tell you right now that you definitely said Kalanchi because
you
I
did.
put that down too.
Because
I write it down phonetically
every time he said it.
I write it down phonetically.
Never said Kalanchi.
Oh, we can. There are videos of this.
I know. You can look back and you'll see that I never said that.
Right on in.
And then lastly, a goblin of indeterminate gender, I think you said, named Wentz, who had a sleight of hand game against Tessellay. They each bet some cool weapons. Tessellay, with some help from her friends and some keen observation, got a really cool dagger. Redford said that we should head to the same ridge that we had camped at previously the coming morning to have him do his restoration on Micah. But that evening, after Micah had been escorted to his room for the night, Vortie kind of broke away from the rest of the party during their conversations and drinks with this other pentacle. And turned out he's going through what are pretty apparent to be some severe withdrawals from alcohol. And we left off with Roscoe and Tessellay sort of looking down at his just essentially short of unconscious form in a bathroom stall in the vaults in absolution.
I believe you did take him to a room.
Oh yeah, we did. That's right. That's right.
Yes.
You took him to a room in the vault.
And Adaman had made sure he was stabilized or whatever with a healer's kit, but it didn't seem like there was much beyond that that could be done at this moment.
And I would like to ask you, James, how much does Adaman know about this medically? Because of all of his reading, this might be a gap in his knowledge, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Because it's not like something that he would have expected to have to go through. So, does Adaman know what he's doing or not?
Yeah, you might have read about that. I know that
Okay.
Adaman, while he was at Haskola Lazuli,
Mhm.
was intent on reading as much medical literature as he could get his hands on.
Right. Well, it's very disappointing, like reading the medical literature that Alden Googled. And he's just like, you can't do shit for anybody going through this. This is bullshit.
No, you can't. And Adaman would probably know that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah.
You do know, however, that he's not going to die.
Yes.
It's just gonna really suck.
Yeah. And
For a
you just
while.
keep them comfortable and in a quiet, safe place away from their source. And you're just like, that's it. That's like, wow. Medical advancement, baby.
hmm
We got nothing.
Yeah, it's 2021. There's nothing
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
IV fluids.
We don't even have that because we're in post-apocalyptic. This sucks.
Worth
Violet.
noting as
Yeah.
well that Nash stayed downstairs to keep the other pinnacle occupied.
That's true.
Mhm.
I feel like Violet would have an IV bar at her place.
I'm scared to ask her, you know. She's,
Just in case.
yeah.
You know, what really helps with a hangover? Oxygen.
And Pedialyte.
Yeah, that too.
That's it. Yeah, you need the
We're
like I
looking
said,
for
it's
sponsors
IV
still.
Yeah,
Pedialyte.
you need potassium. You need to get all your nutrients back.
You have some aviator's oxygen and you'll feel fine for about 10 minutes. I wouldn't know that for any reason in particular. I read that somewhere. Yeah.
Oh no.
So we left off with Tess and Adaman and Roscoe in the room with Vortie, who is he's not completely unconscious, but he is unresponsive. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
He seems really cold, like he's shaking.
Yeah, I'd give him blankets to keep him warm. If he can get down water, give him water.
Do we think Redford could help?
Yes, but remember that Redford is somewhere preparing for Micah, so we are on our own until tomorrow. And unless we can get Vortie out there to Redford when Micah's there, and then ask him to cast another spell before he casts the spell that he's going to cast on Micah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That might not be in the cards. That might be too much to ask of him.
Roscoe is like sitting bedside by Vortie and just like singing like halfling drinking songs. He doesn't know what else to do. Just trying to lift his spirits.
He's just he's doing his medical checks on Vortie, and he's like, well, he's not in any danger of dying, but there's really nothing I can do. He's got to fight through this himself.
We should take watches over him tonight.
All right.
But we
Yes.
also need to keep eyes on Micah. We can't afford him to be wandering through this town.
Agreed. I mean, he's agreed to come with us, and when we tell him that the leader of this settlement is willing to meet with him at a certain location, I think he'll be eager to come along. That's my idea, at least. But other than that, yeah, you just got to make sure that he stays cool. And I mean, honestly, there's nothing here that I think would really upset him that I can think of, unless that pinnacle is here for another reason and they lied to us. I don't know exactly what Lazuli would do if he learned that there was another one of his kind out and about, and we've already given him that information. So if he's freaking out and he sent this pinnacle to do some dirty work, we might have to brace ourselves.
I think we need to have two awake at all times tonight. One awake here, one awake with Micah. But we also need to get our rest in case we're right. If we end up in a fight tomorrow, though I don't know if we could put up a fight against the likes of a dragon.
I agree. I really think that I'm banking on the fact that he's going to look around and realize that the world has changed. And if he, no matter what his inclination is, wants to make his way in it, well, absolution or Haskuli Lazuli are really his only two options if he doesn't want to get sick again. I mean, self-interest is a good little tug of a way to keep this from getting violent.
Why don't we just enlist the help of that other pinnacle down there? I mean, we have allies here. We should just tell them everything.
Castellet doesn't seem to trust them, and I am inclined to trust her.
And granted, I've never been quick to trust, but this is different. This is something in my gut. They seem to know too much about us, just beyond being another pentacle.
And they rudely talked in Draconic right in front of us, did not share what they said. And so I'm very insulted. We're being open and honest here, open borders, baby. I don't know what their problem is. So they might be here for a more nefarious reason. They might have been sent here to take care of Micah. And look, if they're going to be that short-sighted, that's ridiculous. We still have the increasing collapse of the entire continent to deal with. And this is another resource that we need to explore.
Right.
James, what time of night is it? I know it was pressing on.
Oh, let's say it's, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, okay. Well, Nash is down there alone with them. I'll go check on her.
All right. I can radio in, see if Uther finally picks up his damn radio. It's not Uther. What's his name? Ulrich. Yeah. A U-name finally picks up his damn radio.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Maybe
I would do so from here.
Yeah. I'll stay here and with him.
Roscoe, would you be willing to stay in the hall and keep an eye out for Micah leaving his room? He's just down that way.
Sure, I could do my classic sleeping against the door strategy. I do.
Old tried and true.
Tess, I usually, I like to trust everybody I meet until I get reason otherwise, but you might be right. Maybe there is a correlation between the radio silence from Ulrich and this new pentacle showing up.
I hope that I'm wrong,
Yeah.
to be clear, but I would rather err on the side of caution and be mistaken than underestimate someone that we didn't peg as a foe.
And honestly, to be fair, if they wanted us to do something drastic, I mean, I get it. We're the newest of the pinnacles, but they could have radioed us with instructions. So this radio silence is all the more troubling.
Maybe we should start our watches early tonight to make sure everyone can get some rest.
All right. That sounds like a great idea.
Just shout if you need assistance. I'm going to go check on Nash. And Tess sort of takes a long look at Vortie and make sure that she's turned away from Adaman and Roscoe before she leaves the room.
Okay. Nash, you're sitting at the table with this other pinnacle. I can't remember their names. Wesley is looking at his book. You're not sure what book it is, but he's looking at it. Right. He's had his nose on a book pretty much since you've seen him.
Is it does he still have Mr. Peepers with him?
That is Wallach, who is the half orc. And he does. And
oh, I got that wrong. Okay.
he lets him. Mr. Peepers pokes his head out of Wallach's jacket every now and then. And he seems to be quite taken with you, Ash.
Mr. Peepers?
Yeah. He's always looking at you every time he pokes his head out.
Okay. I guess I would be the only person he doesn't see every day, so that makes sense.
Crenshaw is sitting next to you. He is you told him to talk to the other people, so he's sitting there and he's not staring at you or anything like that. Gwen is 3 sheets to the wind.
Okay.
She's had quite a few shots. And she keeps proposing more shots.
Yeah, I mean, Nash likes to have a good time, but I mean, has some wits about her. So she's still taking shots with Gwen, but she's doing that thing where you're like,
You just throw it over your shoulder. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Like I've had a couple of shots, but I am keeping pace with Gwen. Wink.
Kalenko is sitting there and she doesn't seem like she's paying a whole lot of attention to everybody. She's, looking down at the table. She's writing in a little notebook. And you don't see Wince anywhere.
Wait, I don't see him at all?
No.
When did he leave the table? I mean, I've been at the table the whole time. Okay. Can I kind of look around the bar and see if he's
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. Okay.
Sneaky fucking rogue goblin.
Oh, natural 20, 24.
Nice.
He is not in the bar.
Oh. Freaking goblins. Okay, well, I am not leaving. I am currently just trying to, like, I haven't been trying to talk to them about anything important at all. Just like overly friendly, trying to get on their good side, as if we are very, as if we're friends. So I'm
talking about the
asking-
weather, all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Telling them, teaching them how to fish.
What? Yeah. So Gwen, what made you want to be a scholar?
Well, I got approached when I was, I don't know, it was something like, I was 17 when I got approached.
Oh. So
Yeah, I lived in this small village, on the north end of Scythia. And these men in gray cloaks approached me. I had done, I did something bad. But they thought it was good. And so they asked me to come to the school. And I didn't have anything else to do, so here I am.
What did you do?
Well, several it can be hard being a lady sometimes. I'm sure you know. And where I lived up in the north end, there were some bullies who came after me, and I kind of accidentally put several of them in the hospital. And the magistrate talked to me like I was a criminal. Like I was going to go to jail for defending myself, but then these scholars showed up and they told me what I did was just. And ever since then, everything I've done has been at the whim of Ascoli Lazuli.
Do you like working with your pentacle? They all seem very nice, especially what is that, Wesley over there? What is his deal? He seems kind of cute. Maybe he's nice.
He is cute. I'll give him that.
So what is it like to work with him, though? He seems a little reserved.
Oh yeah, he's very reserved. He mostly reads his books. He was our resident librarian when we were going through Osco.
We had one of those. We had one of those in my pentacle. Yes.
I don't think he's ever seen a book that he didn't like. And he's not real good at fighting. But he is very good at reading. And he's got a, what do you call that? A photographic memory. He remembers everything he ever reads. Why do you have like? I mean, your boyfriend's right there.
Oh no, I don't. I just want to, my pentacle. We are very close, so I just wanted to see how close you guys were, and he does seem like the most reserved of everybody. So,
Well, I would say that, yeah.
Yeah, tell me more about this cute little dragon too.
Oh, Mr. Peepers?
Mr. Peepers.
He hasn't been around real long.
Mr. Peepers.
He hasn't been around long.
No.
Still a fan favorite.
You see, we come to Absolution only every now and then. Wallach, he sort of summons Mr. Peepers.
Oh.
I don't know where he goes when we're not here. But Wallach is sure that he can't survive in the slag, so we only see him when we come here to Absolution. And Wallach dotes on him the whole time.
Do you think Wallace would let me hold Mr. Peepers?
He probably would.
You should ask him.
Why don't you can ask him yourself.
I could. I'll look over at Wallace. Hey Wallace, do you think I could hold Mr. Peepers just for a minute?
When you say that, Mr. Peepers is climbing out of Wallace's jacket.
Yes.
Like he does when like Wallace tries to like hold on to him for a second, like, oh, and Peepers is just like coming out of his grip, and Peepers jumps into your lap.
Yes. How magical, like, can I sense any like magic from Mr. Peepers, or does he seem pretty just a normal little summoned creature?
He jumps in your lap and he puts his nose up against yours. You hear like a
I growl back.
And then he curls up in your lap. Would you like to roll an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Okay.
With my -1. Let me get it here. Oh, I still got an 18.
18's not bad. Okay, so with an 18, you would know that Mr. Peepers is a summoned creature.
Okay.
By Wallach. Wallach summons this creature when they're in Absolution.
Okay.
Much like a familiar.
I look back over at Gwen, and I kind of like really quietly lean over the table while I'm petting Mr. Peepers and like scratching behind his little ear holes. And Gwen, tell me why you're really here in Absolution.
What do you mean?
Like, why would Ulrich send you here? Everything seems great.
Oh, this isn't where we're going. This is just a waypoint. A stop off. You know, we get to eat some apples and sleep in a bed.
Where are you going?
Oh, we're going up north.
Oh, why?
Well, there's I don't know how many of the other pinnacles you've met. Have you met Pinnacle 21?
Yes.
Do you know Bruja?
Yes.
Bruja's a great guy, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say he was going to show you that waterfall?
He's always blabbering about the waterfall.
He says that to all the girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could tell. Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you that waterfall does exist.
Oh.
But anyway, 21 went up north to do some, what do you call it, reconnoitering. And they called in and said they needed help, so we're on our way.
No.
Why do they need help? What's going on? I feel like you should be moving faster if they need help, yeah?
Well, we're going to leave tomorrow.
Oh.
Have you heard about, I'm assuming you've heard something about a necromancer in the north of Scythia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what they went up there to look at, and we're going to go help them.
Oh. So nice. Well, best of luck tomorrow then.
I have a feeling we're going to need it.
Yeah, so I mean, this is when Tess comes down. I mean, this is really the extent. It's just this kind of really friendly. Let's see how much info I can grab while still pretending like we're two best friends that met at a bar.
You know that
20 minutes ago.
You know that necromancer. And for a moment, she gets really like serious.
I'm not interrupting, am I?
No. Come sit down. Would you like a shot?
I'm all right.
We got
thank you.
shots.
Did I hear you mention the necromancer? And I'll drag a chair from another table and turn it around backwards.
Yeah.
Do go on, don't let me
21 went up there to reconnoiter. They got into some trouble, so we're heading up there tomorrow. From your lab, Nash, you hear.
Is that?
It's Mr. Peepers. Look at him.
Does that dragon look big enough to eat a rat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just do another button closed.
Wallach
Good
simultaneously looks a little sad that Peepers is in her lap and kind of relieved that, you know, somebody else is taking care of him for a minute.
Where to the north is this necromancer's encampment?
Oh, it's almost directly north. It's not an encampment so much as a castle. It's like
it's just north of Fiskar, yeah?
It's northeast of Fiskar, yeah. It's like an old timey castle.
I'll pull out my map and lay it out on the table and do my new dagger in one corner and my usual dagger in the other to keep it flat.
Mm-hmm.
Show me where.
I don't think I can show you where on Roll20. It is. There's a point in Scythia that's like the very most northern point. It's kind of in the middle. Maybe I can.
I got a Scythia map up if you want to describe it.
Oh, is it on that little like jetty of land that's between two bodies of water?
Do you see that bit that I've got something there?
Is it at the east or the west?
It's to the north of the Great Scythe.
Okay, so that
way
one.
up there.
The
Yeah,
one that like looks like a freaking fortress.
that one. Yes.
I don't like that one.
Hmm.
All right, good to know.
I mean, you might have, you probably won't have to deal with any of that, you know.
We do have a decent amount on our plates already. Speaking of which, Nash, can we borrow you upstairs if you're not too busy down here?
Oh, yes, no problem. Vince, I'm just gonna take him upstairs just for a moment. I'll be right back down. And I put Mr.
Maybe
on my shoulder.
we don't want to be an inconvenience.
Well, I mean,
And you might not be coming back downstairs.
all right, listen, Mr. Peepers. He I don't really tell him what to do. He does what he wants. So if he wants to go with you, he goes with you.
Okay, I will put him back. I'll walk around the table. I do listen to Tess's advice, and I do put him back on the shoulder of Wince.
He jumps back on your shoulder.
Okay, well, I guess we're bringing the dragon.
Yes.
Keep Vile in your jacket.
Mr. Peepers seems to have taken a liking to you, Nash.
This is not good.
That's not what I'm worried about. Wallach, is he your familiar? Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. But I can only
Being
summon
the-
him here in Absolution because, you know, out there in the slag, I don't know what would happen.
Being the resident librarian, do I know about the ability of wizards to see through their familiar's eyes?
Roll a
and
history
listen through their
check.
ears?
Mm.
What kind?
What do you think, Arcana? Arcana, roll an Arcana check.
Nash would definitely not know that. I mean, Kristen does, but Nash has no idea.
Okay, 19.
Okay, so yeah, you might have read something about that.
Right. Well, see, we do enjoy our privacy, so you might want to call him back.
I mean, I can try. And he kind of claps a little bit and he whistles, and Peepers returns to him.
I
But
appreciate it.
he keeps looking at Nash like a dog that's, you know, like a.
We need to move quickly.
Come on. As we're making our way back up the stairs,
Mhm.
I'll tell Nash, you know, Vortie's in rough shape, but there's not much we can do. We're going to start our rests early so someone can keep watch over him and Micah at all times.
How is he?
Struggling.
Do you need me to keep watch or hang out with Vortie?
It's up to you, but those of us that aren't going to be on watch now should probably start to rest.
Oh, I should do that first then, actually. Let me get my couple hours out of the way.
All right.
Who's downstairs right now?
At this point, no one.
I don't know.
No one
Yeah,
except
just checking.
Crenshaw.
Unless you
Crenshaw-
wanted to leave Crenshaw back there, yeah.
Okay.
We probably should have brought him with us.
Nah, he'll be fine. He's
Well,
gonna totally
He
stake his
follows you
claim.
around like a puppy anyway. He'll be up any second.
Yeah, that's true.
As you're going up the stairs, Nash, towards the room, Anthony passes you in the hallway. Tess. But he just kind of hello, and he goes down the stairs.
I had left him in Micah's room.
Mm-hmm.
Roscoe's not down there.
Sorry, what?
Nothing. Have a good night.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Wait, so who is with Micah right now?
No one.
Oh,
I'll take first watch with him.
okay. Yep.
So I'll go to Micah's room first. And I'll try to stealth in case he's asleep.
your stealth check.
Great. Sneak
Roll
up
it,
on a
Tesla.
sleeping
Roll
dragon.
it, Tesla.
First of all, he doesn't remember he's a dragon, so it's fine.
25.
But you're good. The test, you open the door to Micah's room very quiet. You stick your head in. You see that he is in bed.
Do I see
Because
anything else?
it's
in
after
this?
6 o'clock and he is elderly. Yeah, no, the room is as you left it.
Okay. I'll post up Roscoe style on the floor, leaning back against the door from the inside.
Okay. Nash, you go to Vortie's room, and the door doesn't want to move. It's like there's something blocking it.
No.
Like a big sack of potatoes blocking it.
I'll do a couple of knocks on the door. Anybody in there? Adamant, aren't you in there?
I am, but I don't know if Roscoe's going to wake up to this or not, so I've been waiting.
Oh.
Stay away, I'm guarding.
Oh, dang it. No, Roscoe, get out of the way. And he's like,
Roscoe,
up and-
it's Nash.
Let Nash inside. Hey, Nash, how's it going?
Hello. I was just meditating in the corner quietly.
Okay.
Don't mind me.
All right.
We should really establish a secret knock for our pinnacle.
It's too late, though. Tesla's not in the room, man. Like, only all of us will know. And I don't think Vortie can hear right now.
Okay, next time we have like a team meeting.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, man. That's a really good idea.
What do you want to do, Nash?
I want to before I kind of take a roll out my bedroll into the corner of the room, I'm gonna take my water skin out. It's a little bit cool, and I'll just put it like around Vortie's neck, and then I gotta get to sleep so we can keep watch. So,
Okay.
but I don't really say anything.
What are you going to do, Adaman? Roscoe?
I'll attempt to radio in one more time before I right now I'm taking watch over Vortie. So I'm, I'll take the time out to write some instructions of, give him, keep it quiet, keep him comfortable, and give him liquids if he can take them.
What do you want to say over the radio?
I would like to remind them that we are out there, that we have completed our first mission, that we require a lot of help, that we have discovered that I forgot what we're calling it, the collapse, and an ever expanding entropy in the center of Scythia, and that we have absolutely no guidance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to just spew all that over the radio?
Yep.
Okay. Roscoe, what are you doing? Are you going to stay up against the door? Or are you going to go somewhere else? Or what are you doing?
No, Roscoe is staying strong at his post and taking a nap to get ready to actually take watch.
Okay. So, Adaman, you spew all this shit into the radio.
Mm-hmm.
And after a couple of minutes, you hear... Pinnacle 25, you're on absolution. Is that correct?
That is correct, over.
Hold your post. Over.
Roger that. Over.
Cool.
Very well.
So Tess is in Micah's room.
Yeah.
For the first watch, yeah.
Yep. And then when I'm done sleeping, I will try to stealth into that room to switch with.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple hours go by. Adam, man, are you just like sitting in the corner with your?
I'm making sure Vortie's okay.
You're like-
If he needs anything, or if he's he's got to use the
Okay.
restroom. I guess I set him up for a bedpan,
Okay.
and I'm trained in it, so I do so. Yeah,
And Roscoe's like a sack of potatoes against the door.
like a big secure stack of potatoes against the door
Okay.
that'll kill anything that comes in to try and hurt us. You jerk.
Yeah. I mean, he's only like 60 pounds probably, which is even really big for a halfling. And so if anybody really wanted to open the door, it wouldn't be that hard.
Oh yeah, but I mean, he's 60 pounds
Is
of pure halfling fury. So let's not
Right.
forget that. Yeah,
It would wake him up. That's the important
That's
thing.
what's important. Yeah.
Okay, well, you spend the night like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nash, you can leave. You can. Tess, when Nash relieves you, what do you want to do?
I'll come to Vortie's room to relieve Adaman. I'm sure Roscoe is still snoozing, and I know Adaman needs some rest as well.
Thank you.
And once I feel like they're asleep, there's something I want to try with Vortie.
Okay.
So I know that Vortie has a way of always making the rest of us feel better with his music. So I'm going to try and sing something for Vortie and try to inspire his recovery the way he's inspired us before. So quietly, because I don't want to wake anyone else up, I'll move over and sit on the edge of the bed and just start sort of combing my fingers through Vortie's hair, and I'll sing to him. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon, sun, and stars can't be seen, no, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, Vortie, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Vortie, I'm so sorry. Stand by me. And she'll probably just start crying quietly to herself because she knows this is her fault. Because Tess is the one that stole his booze, not the people back in Sleedle.
Do you actually say that?
I'll whisper under my breath, just trailing off the I'm sorries. I didn't think this would happen. I just wanted you to take things seriously. I never thought that it would hurt you. I promise this isn't what I wanted.
He doesn't say anything. He's like sweating and stuff still, but he
Yeah.
like reaches out to your arm and like grips it.
I'll hold his hand and just keep stroking his hair. I'm trying to make him comfortable.
And I think he may like kind of whimpery whispers out. It's like, it's okay. It's okay. And he's still like, shaking and stuff and still like really sweating, very clammy hands on you, but it's like, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not going anywhere. You're going to be fine. And Tess won't wake Roscoe up for his watch. She's just going to take care of it herself.
But you do kind of hear Roscoe in his sleep. He's like, bum, 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 bum.
Between the halfling songs and Morgan songs, hopefully that helps Vortie.
I mean, you could definitely tell that, he's responding more to that. So that's good. Yeah, it is helping him.
But that's all.
Did Micah wake up? Did Anthony come
I
back
will wake
to the
Roscoe up to
room?
go watch Micah once he's rested.
I mean, I'm like, after I came and got you, like, I'm good. I'm like fully long rested. But did he do anything?
Did you go to Micah's room?
Yeah, I mean, because Tess was sitting
Okay.
outside, like, yeah, I mean, I took Tess's
Yeah,
spot.
Micah
so I'm,
wakes
like,
up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
What? Okay. Did Anthony ever come back to Micah's room?
No, he didn't.
Uh-oh.
What?
He did not.
Is that his job? Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Well, I'm at the door when Micah wakes up, so I don't know.
He tosses and turns for a while. I know you're an elf, so you don't have to like sleep, right? So you'll be aware that he tosses and turns for at least a half an hour before he finally gets out of bed. Like, sleeping is just not gonna happen, so he gets up. And he puts on his clothes. He looks around the room. The way he looks around the room.
Uh-huh. Micah, I don't want to frighten you.
Hello, child.
I took Anthony's place for the night. He went out.
Oh,
so.
are you my watcher?
Yes, because Anthony left, so I thought I'd keep you safe.
Oh,
here.
that is fine. That's fine. If I remember right, your name is it's Nash. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Well, it's very nice to see you, Nash. Why aren't you asleep right now?
Oh, I actually already napped, and then me and Anthony just switched places. So.
You had a nap and you're fine?
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, it was like a really long nap, like one of those that you just feel rested.
You don't really need to sleep, do you? That's okay. You don't have to answer that. That's all right.
I need to nap.
You don't have to answer that. I was thinking I would go out into this town of Absolution and see what's what. Would you like to accompany me?
I think we should wait. Maybe it's like 4 a.m. We don't want to scare anybody.
Well, yes, but I'm awake and you are awake, so let's go gallivanting. What do you say, Nash?
Well, what if we just sat downstairs and
I swear I will not get fresh.
I didn't think that would be the what if we went downstairs and we just had a drink, some bubbly
some breakfast would be very nice.
I think they have that here.
I would take some breakfast. That would be great.
Okay, let's go get some breakfast downstairs. Yeah. And when I do walk past the other door, I do like just give it a quick, like a shallow knock, but just to like. It's not. It is. I don't want it to sound urgent or anything. Just like a nice doot doot, and then I'll walk downstairs with Micah.
Okay. Take it
for
downstairs.
Whoever I want.
And Violet is behind the bar. There's nobody else there. At 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But Violet is behind the bar and she's cleaning glasses and whatnot. You are up early.
Oh,
well, you know, you have to seize the day. The early bird gets the worm. This is my friend Nash. Have you met Nash? Oh, yes. We've met.
Could we have some breakfast, please, Violet?
I'm sorry, we do not serve food here. In a couple of hours, they will have breakfast at the mess hall.
Okay.
Oh, well, I can wait a couple of hours. That's fine. How about you, Nat? You're not starving to death, right? I mean,
no, I'm great.
Yeah, we can walk around a little while in Absolution and see what's what. That's okay, right?
I mean, we're not going to be able to see anything around absolution. Why would we?
Well, Nash, I can't see anything anyway. But that's all right. I'm not offended, Nash. I was just having fun with you. Let's walk around a little bit, and you could be my guide. How about that?
Did he know I rolled my eyes at him when he said that?
Impossible to tell.
Okay. Okay, fine. Let's take a quick walk around the block.
Great. All right. I feel like there's a lot of potential in this town. There are many folks here who would subscribe to Soros if they only knew that he existed.
Violet, if our friends come downstairs, the halfling,
Yes.
if you see any of them, let them know we are at the Weeping Willow Tree.
I will tell them.
Okay. And I will escort him to the tree, or just a long way around Absolution, I guess.
Okay. So from the vault, there's a main road that goes north, right to the tree. You can see it from the vault. It's gotten so big. If you were to look south, you would see. It's hard to see where the slag starts when you look south because it's so far away. It's half mile away. That's a pretty good distance. You can see fields and crops and things if you look south. But if you look north, you can see the tree pretty clearly. That's where you'd like to take Micah?
Mm-hmm. Yep, just along
Okay.
the main road.
All right. Well, he sticks his arm out, his elbow. Go ahead. Take me by the elbow, child. Help guide me down this road.
I do the really gentle, like where you lock the elbow and then you put your arm or your hand on there, like locked elbow. That real comforting.
Okay. So as you're heading north towards the tree, there is someone coming south towards you. You recognize it as him as Redford.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. You're awake. Are you Good morning, Micah. Good morning, Nash.
Hello, Redford.
Don't you just find that being awake this early is everything's so still? It's calming. I do agree with you 100%. Yeah, Nash. Since you're here, are your friends they're all in the vault, right?
Yeah, they should be up a couple hours.
Couple hours. Okay. All right. That's it. You all have an excellent morning, and Nash, where are you going?
To the tree.
All right, then. Redford heads south towards the vault.
Good. And when I take Micah to the tree, I kind of because the leaves of the willow trees are like so soft, and so I kind of just like, we feel the leaves and then the bark, and then we kind of just sit under the tree, kind of trying to make as little conversation as possible.
I haven't felt anything like this in so long.
It is quite nice.
Nash, forgive me, but I am. What is above us right now?
Just leaves and branches and bark. It's just a big tree.
I feel like I can feel starlight.
Oh yes, there is that too.
Do I? This This place is really something. A place where the slag has been cleared. I don't know what Saros would think about this, honestly, Nash. I've been racking my brain. I even took a 6-hour nap to think about it. And I'm afraid I'm at a loss.
You don't think Saros would find this beautiful, appealing, important?
I think Saros might find this an abomination.
Well, why would he? He has bad taste then. This is wonderful.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm still thinking it over, but this place is... Saros brought darkness to Scythia. He brought darkness to me. For a reason. And now... there's a place where the slag has been set aside. Saros would be... I think he would... I think Saros would not be amenable to this. What do you think?
Before this goes too far, I haven't wanted to interrupt, but when she knocked on the door, Tess would have woken up Roscoe to watch Vortie, and she would have eventually followed.
All right.
What would
Tell
Saros
me when I would catch up.
want you to do? Yeah, because you know exactly where we're going.
Saros doesn't ask anything of anyone. Saros doesn't judge. Saros doesn't... It's not like the gods of old, like Lathander, one of those who expected you to do things in their service. Saros simply is. But this place, I feel like... I don't know. I feel like Saros wouldn't like it.
Do you like it?
Well, it is. I have to admit, it is nice to feel the starlight on my skin.
Then maybe you focus on that. You don't have to think about this Saros man all the time. That's exhausting.
I tell you what, Nash. Let's you and me walk around a little bit more. And perhaps it will become clear over time.
What will become clear?
You are very good company, by the way.
What will become... No. What will become clear?
Whether or not this is an abomination to Saros, I have not decided.
Oh. Yes, okay. I will start heading him back a different direction, but heading back to the... Or not a different direction. A different path, but heading back to the vault.
Okay. Tess, what are you doing?
Looking for them.
Okay. Adaman, what are you doing? You are muted, Adaman.
Am I awake?
It's 4 o'clock in the morning. 4:30, let's say.
Well, how am I
We
feeling?
did
It's
start our
You
rest
tell
set.
me.
already canonical that Adaman's a morning person. He was hopping and peppy back in school days. So is this a little too early for him?
true.
You let me know. It's up to you, sir.
Maybe a little too early. I'll tell you what, let's take a break.
Okay.
And then when we come back, it'll be 6 a.m.
All right.
And at least Adaman will be awake.
Okay.
And Tess is out there. Stalking.
Good.
I'm a pretty good tracker.
She's on our side, so I'm okay with
Stalking.
this. Yeah.
And Roscoe is the sack of potatoes. And Vortie is... Poor Vortie.
He's recovering.
So we'll be right back.
survive then. This is kind of gross.
What's kind of gross, Kristen?
Oh, don't worry about it, James.
No.
Oh no,
Next.
it's not gross. It's not.
It's it's that bird's nest soup is made out of edible bird's nest made of the dried bird saliva. There's species of birds.
I shouldn't say
Make
it's gross
soup.
because it's like a delicacy in other.
No, you're
Yeah.
right. It's gross.
Say that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a delicacy in Western Virginia. Yeah, I
I
got
think,
you.
I think it's an Italian thing.
I think
It's basically all they eat in northern Scythia.
Canon.
That's it.
Those of them that have survived the necromancer, that is.
That's why he's so cranky. He just wants something to eat besides bird nest soup.
Speaking of Scythia, Nash is walking Micah around. Tess, as you leave the vault, you see a person coming south down the road. Gets a little closer, you can tell it's Redford.
Good morning. Did you Did you see
I
the
didn't
Russian?
peg you for an early riser.
Usually I'm not, but we made sure to go to bed early. Did you see Nash and Micah come this way?
I did.
Which way? I know they were headed towards the tree. Which path did they take?
They were headed towards the willow tree.
Thank you.
You all right?
Yeah, I just get nervous not having an eye on Micah, is all. You know, since he might be an ancient, powerful being that could demolish this city on a whim.
You know, I wanted to talk to you about that. You want to come sit down with me at a table?
Sure. Nash can handle it.
Love Redford.
He knows exactly how to torture Tess.
The two
Yeah.
most incompatible people in Scythia. It's just amazing to watch.
That's
Yes.
exactly it.
Redford goes into the vault. Violet is still behind the bar, but she doesn't really. She nods at him, but that's about it. Come on, sit down right here. Let's hash this out.
I do my thing and turn the stool around backwards before I sit. Problem?
No problem. So you got a possible amnesiac dragon in the middle of my town.
We didn't want to bring him here. That was your idea, just as a reminder.
And you're talking about a lava that's gonna take over the whole continent. You know, none of the other Pinnacles ever said anything like that. They just kind of came in for a couple of days and off they went.
I don't know what to tell you. None of them had been sent to recon the hearth first.
True. Oh, I can hear the saxophone player. Awesome.
He's here.
I was
Yeah.
like,
It's the
does she
vault's
know
music.
that she's not muted? That's fine. That's fine.
That's awesome. No, it's fine. Leave it. Tess, what are you, what's your end game here?
How large a scope are we talking?
Whatever you
End game
got.
is finding a way to fix this continent that's devouring itself, and to find a way to bring what you have here to the rest of the land, or at the very least to protect this.
Yeah.
But we have no idea how to start that process, and our best lead would be something ancient and powerful, such as a dragon.
Where's the rest of your group?
Roscoe is upstairs keeping watch. Vortie is feeling a bit under the weather. Adaman's finishing his rest.
Under the weather.
He's been without liquid courage for a while, and it had been a long time before that he went without, from what I can tell. Can you help with that? He's got the shakes, he's sweating, he's barely coherent.
Let me tell you a story, Tess.
I would rather you just tell me if you can help him or not.
You know,
'Cause if
you
you
could do with a
can-
little more patience. You know, you kind of remind me of someone I used to know.
Who would that be?
I
If
named
you
my
say
daughter
Turner,
after
I'm
her.
leaving.
It's not important at the moment. Listen. When I was a little boy, I was taken in to a blacksmithy because I didn't have any parents, you see. And
As
they
he
would
talks, Tess is just like picking at the knife hole that she made with her dagger last night and just slowly peeling wood away as she tries to be patient.
take in orphans and raise them up to be blacksmiths. So I was something like 6 years old, and I don't even remember the name of the place, but I remember Old Bean. You see, Old Bean taught me a lot of things. He taught me how to sweep the floor. He taught me how to heat the forge. He was called Old Bean because he had a wart on the side of his nose that looked just like a kidney bean. And Old Bean liked to drink. And yeah, every now and then he would go see a cleric and pay him some money, and they would set him back to zero, as he liked to say. But before long, he'd be right back where he was, shaking in his bed. You know, magic isn't the answer to everything. Yeah, I could go up to Vortie's room, I could cast a spell or two, and I'm sure he'd feel a lot better. But before long, he'll be right back where he is now.
Wasn't it you that preached to me about not judging people before you've given them the chance to show their true colors?
No judging. Everyone has their triggers. But some lessons you gotta learn yourself. I do know somebody that can keep an eye on him while he's going through this transition.
Is that an offer?
She'll come by whether or not. It's up to you all, of course, but she'll come by.
Who is it?
Just an old friend, somebody you can trust.
And I'm to take you at your word for that?
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Trust my friends.
In the meantime, we should probably wait till your friend is up and around, and somewhere near 100% before we try this thing with Micah. I mean, he's
How long
not
do you
going
think that
anywhere. He'll walk around. I'll warn everybody that he's going to try to proselytize.
How long do you think it will take for Vortie to get better?
2-3 days, I'd imagine. Before he's at his even then it's gonna be a journey for him.
Micah may not stay 2 or 3 days. That's not the deal we've struck.
Where's he gonna go?
Listen, Redford.
He can't just wander off by himself into the waste, and if he does, well,
he's not by
maybe
himself.
that's problem solved.
He has paid men here. Listen, Redford, I know that we don't have an extensive history, and that maybe your experience with Pentacles has been that they are lazy and quick to take advantage of what you offer here
I never
and
said
offer
that.
little in return. But this is important. You may be right about Vortie. If you go up there and make him better, he may slide right back down. But maybe that will happen at a time where we're not testing our fate with every minute. I want you to go fix him, please. We can't stay around for that long. We have friends that are in trouble in the north that we need to be able to help, and we can't do that if we're stuck here waiting to do what we meant to do in the first place.
Well, maybe I'll go up and fix him, and maybe he's worse next time.
Well, he'll have friends there taking care of him. Redford, don't make me beg.
I'm sorry, Tess, but the answer is no. This is Vortie's journey. It doesn't have to do with anybody else. This is Vortie versus Vortie. If any of us were to intervene, well, it'd be like cheating in a way. I know that you're concerned for your friend. But he's going to be okay in a couple days.
It's not just him I'm worried about. Let me talk to the rest of them. I really think we need to do this with Micah as soon as we can, even if we're at less than full strength. Even with Vortie, if it came to a fight, we wouldn't stand a chance. I think it just needs doing. But the lesson that I've been trying to learn is to trust them as much as I trust myself and my instinct. So let me ask my companions.
You really do
before
remind
you
me of
decide.
that someone. I gotta say.
I mean, great. It sounds like someone I should meet. But if there's nothing else
I
for
wish
now,
you could. I really do.
why? What happened to them?
She sacrificed herself. All of us.
I'm sorry.
Partly because she was impatient. Partly.
Well,
Tess, Vortie's gonna be just fine. In a day or two. Or 3. Mike is gonna wander around. If nothing's caused him to... If he even is what you think he is, I mean... nothing's gonna cause him to just suddenly... We got time, is what I'm saying. Sometimes you gotta bide your time, wait for the right moment.
I look around. Do I see any sign of the other pentacle?
No. Not at 4:30 in the morning, no.
I'll take your counsel into consideration.
I appreciate
But in the
that.
meantime, I would really like to go find Nash and Micah, if there's nothing else.
Well, I saw them headed north towards the tree.
I'll push up, spin my stool around, and slide it back under the table, and take a couple steps, and then stop. And without looking at Redford, I'll say, I'm sorry you lost your friend, but I'm not her. Don't judge me by any mistakes she may have made. And then I'll leave and go find Nash and Micah.
Okay. So you head north towards the tree. And Nash has Micah by the elbow. You know, linked elbows. You don't have to search hard to find them. They're just meandering around the
Does
center of
Nash
town.
look annoyed as hell?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey guys, sorry y'all snuck out. How's your morning going?
We just wanted some fresh air. Got a little antsy being in the vault. It's kind of dark in there.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Good morning, my child. It is good to
I
see
roll my
you
eyes.
again. I say see metaphorically, of course.
Of course, Micah. What do you think? The air feels different here, doesn't it?
It really does. The sun was one thing, but stars are a whole nother thing. Really love the way the star shines on the ground.
Do you see what I meant now about Saros beginning his journey of forgiving his children?
I do. I'm ready to begin my mission.
What will your mission become now that his doctrine has changed?
Oh, his doctrine has not changed, man. It's the same as it has ever been. I will tell these people of this town of Absolution about Sorrows, and they will begin to follow Sorrows. Because if they don't, I'm afraid Sorrows will... I mean, he does not judge. Sorrows doesn't. Sorrows does not expect anything from you. But this is something else entirely.
What makes you so sure?
Well, this was wrought by mortal hands. You can feel it, can't you?
Could you elaborate more on what you're going to do if they say no? Just like walk me through what that's going to look like?
Oh, I cannot do anything if they say no. If you mean violence or anything like that, I'm just a simple preacher. And Sorrows may have other ideas, though.
Can I ask you something purely philosophical?
Of course you can, my child.
If Saros were to imbue you with great power, to make you into something mighty and fearsome, would you execute your own judgment then?
No, I don't believe I would.
Do I believe him?
I do what Sorrows commands. Sorrows mostly commands that we do nothing.
Mostly.
We simply accept what has happened in Scythia. If I were to become a mighty and terrible being of some sort, I don't believe it would be Sorrows' will to exact violence on people. Why do you ask?
Again, I've always had a passion for philosophy, but something you just said interested me. You said we should accept the way that Scythia is now. That is what Soros wants, yes?
Yes, in a nutshell.
What about the expanding inferno that is eating away at the very land and threatens the lives of its people?
That is also Sorrow's will. It must
It is
also
his
be
will that we should
accepted.
It's his will that we should all burn, that we should all fall into that chasm.
Well, perhaps if everyone in Scythia accepted what Zaros is telling us, then he would.
Are you going to leap in the chasm like you dug your eyes out?
No,
Is
child.
that your next plan?
No, child, of course not. I did that, then who would speak for Saros here in Scythia?
But there's not going to be any followers of Saros if they all fall in the big hole of lava.
Well, that is a good point.
I wink at Nash.
Happening.
Perhaps that is the ending of this story. Scythia would be consumed by fire.
What if you misread those you mislistened to those history books of yours and those teachings of Saros? What if he wanted something better, where his followers stayed alive and continued to worship him until the end of time?
Well, if the caldera continues to expand, and if it was to consume all of Scythia, eventually it would get to the point where the ocean rushed in and created land anew. A new land for Saros. I believe that is what is going to happen.
And you would resign yourself to the will of a God that would let all his people die just for the sake of starting something new.
I have, and I do.
But why? That doesn't sound like a just God to me.
It is not about just or fair. Scythia descended into a with the magic, and they nearly killed themselves with the magic. Saros is here to set things right.
To teach a lesson.
Perhaps for the survivors that are still left. And what kind of
The
life
lesson
is
has
it?
been learned. It's been learned for decades now.
And what kind of life is it?
A terrible one.
Exactly.
Under him. If this is truly his will, he is the one that is imposing this horrible life on us.
And he will take it away. And all of us, all of the children of Saros will be saved.
Micah, you understand you're just talking nonsense, right? You were saying that all of his followers are just going to fall in the big lava. That's what you're saying.
Basically,
And
yes.
And so you don't want to do anything at all to stop it.
Even if I wanted to, my child, I would not be able to stop it. How could you stop it?
Well, I don't know. You're the one who worships a big god. Ask him to do it.
You have seen it yourself. The caldera is expanding.
We know.
Before long, all Scythia will be consumed. The ocean will rush in, and a new land will be created. There is no. I don't see what you're saying exactly. I mean.
Well, in the meantime, there are certainly people here that will undoubtedly be interested to hear your message, including our friend Redford. But I am afraid, and I sort of exchange a nervous glance with Nash, the meeting will need to be postponed by a day or so. One of our friends has taken quite ill, and Redford has advised that he wants to make sure that the majority of our attention is to our friend for now. But that will give you ample time to speak to the people of Absolution.
Yeah, and speak to your god, too. Tell him he's making a small mistake.
A child, Saros does not make mistakes. Possible for a god to make mistakes.
But
I understand. I'm here for the long run. I'm here to bring the people of these towns, this incredible town, where I can feel the starlight under Saros' wing. Roscoe,
Mm-hmm.
the door is trying to move.
Oh, Roscoe pops up. Who's there?
Is there a Vortie here?
Is that Violet?
No.
Oh.
No, my name is... Redford sent me. My name is Catherine.
I open the door a crack.
Okay, well,
Yes.
through the crack, you see a woman. She stands about 5'8", 5'9". She's got a very long dress on. She's dressed very chaste. And the neckline is buttoned all the way up to her throat. And she looks down at you. Redford sent me. There's an ill person here.
Okay. But if Redford really sent you, what is his last name?
Are you joking?
No.
You tell me what his last name is.
Hey, Adam Man. Adam Man.
Oh, yeah? What's going on?
You know Redford's last name.
Yes, I do.
What is it?
Oh, well, if you're asking them his last name, then they better be able to tell you because we already know it.
So we already know it.
Yeah, that's right. So they better say it right.
Yeah, so what is it?
The soup is getting cold.
Oh,
I've
okay.
got
Come
broth
on
in
in.
here for my patient. What are you doing out there?
Redford asked me to look after someone who is ill. He didn't mention that there would be a couple of weirdos in the room with him.
That's kind
My name is Catherine. What's your name?
My name's Roscoe.
Hello, Roscoe.
How much soup did you bring?
I brought enough for the patient.
Oh, you just lost Roscoe, lady.
Why don't you two go do something else? There must be something else you should be doing right now.
I am a trained medical professional. I'm going to be changing my patient's bedpan and giving him broth. I don't know who you are, and I don't know that Redford sent you. Now, if you would say his last name, perhaps we could develop a rapport.
Redford's last name is Lion Eye.
Let her in, Roscoe.
Come on in.
Of course,
Now
that
would
could have been
you-
anyone in town.
Now, would you kindly...
Yeah, I know anybody in town would know that, so we're doomed. If this is an assassin, you're totally going to die, Vortie.
Now, would you
Like-
kindly get out and let me handle this? As I was asked by Redford.
Can take care of the bedpan for you.
Do you want to do that?
No, but I
You have some kind of strange fixation
This
on...
is my partner. This is my pinnacle.
I
I can
understand.
take care of the dirty work.
I understand if you're partners, but it maybe would be better for you if someone who was not partners with this person could take care of them.
Medical distance. I have read about this. All right. Very well. Man.
I think I want to roll in character. I think I need to roll an inside check. Out of character, I'm really not worried about it, but this is just like a person who showed up.
With you.
So I got the lucky halfling 1, which I will re-roll, which is a natural 20.
Yeah!
What better feeling is there than that?
She's an assassin.
She seems very matronly.
Roll for initiative. No.
Okay.
I roll initiative. She came to kill me.
You thought that when you first opened the door, you were just being, protective of your friend. Are you both his partner?
We're in a pentacle.
You're
man.
partners with each other?
It's a group thing.
It's a group
Oh,
thing.
Yes.
I'm down. Sorry.
Group thing.
Yeah. We're equally partners,
Well.
and there are 2 women involved as well.
Well,
Yeah.
to each his own.
This is very Sense 5.
You can leave
Well.
now.
You seem at least harmless, if not trustworthy. So I think we will
I wouldn't
take
say
our
I'm
leave.
harmless, but yes. It's a little insulting to say someone is harmless, Roscoe.
Well, compared to Vortie here, who is an excellent warrior, and if you harm a hair on his head, we will come for you. But we will
Understood.
take our leave now.
All right, my buddy Roscoe here is an excellent judge of character, so we're gonna go clean up and go get some breakfast then.
Oh, if Vortie wakes up and we're still gone, please tell him that we are dealing with you know what. We are on top of the ridge, and that he can meet us there, or we'll come back and find him as soon as we can.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you
Oh,
want
and
me
he
to write
likes-
that down for you? I
No,
can write it
no, I got it. I got it.
Okay, good.
And he likes music, so if you could sing to him,
Yes, every
he likes that.
10 minutes or so.
I will not be singing to him, but
Okay. Well, you've lowered a notch in my belt then. That's just to let you know.
Well, we'll just hurry back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll run off. I'll gather my things, run off. I suppose we don't really know that everyone is gone yet, so I'll knock on Micah's door.
Mm-hmm.
there's no answer.
I'll open the door up.
There's no one inside.
Maybe we should head straight to the ridge.
By now, it's getting close to 6 o'clock.
All right.
Okay.
Well, let's head down and see if we can where everyone else is, and then we'll head to the ridge.
I did say I woke Roscoe up when I chased after Nash and Micah. So he doesn't know where we went, but he would be aware that we had all left.
Okay.
And Violet knows.
Okay.
Violet doesn't.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
We'll
40.
find out when they go downstairs.
Roll a death saving throw.
Rage! We checked her. We vetted her.
I knew it. I knew that's how I was going to die. Fucking poison. It's like adding insult to injury, man.
Yeah.
I'm already down.
40. You're barely conscious. You're a little aware of being carried to a bed. And over time, you're sometimes aware of what's in the room and sometimes you're not.
Okay.
Sometimes you're so hot and you're sweating and you throw the covers off. And then you fall asleep. And a little while later, you're freezing. And you pull the covers back over you and you shudder underneath the covers until you fall asleep. And then when you wake up, you're burning hot again. And the cycle continues. You're aware of, for a moment, you're aware that Roscoe is asleep against the door. Adamant is asleep in a chair. There's no windows in this room. Your internal clock's all messed up. You have no idea what time it is. There is a candle that burns in the corner on a little table with a chair next to it. Every now and then you wake up a little in whatever state is the opposite of the one that you went to sleep in, whether you're cold or hot. It's like you have the flu. And as time goes on, eventually you're a little aware of a woman sitting in the room with you. She's older, 50-something. She's got a dress that's buttoned all the way up to her throat. And on the table next to her is a tray with a bowl.
Who are you?
Oh, you're awake. You must be Vortie.
I am. Yeah.
You're safe.
Where am I?
You're at the vault. In a room. You're probably in the safest point in Scythia at the moment. Are you hungry?
Yeah. Thirsty and hungry.
Here. She brings the tray over and there's a glass as well as a bowl. She holds the glass up to your mouth. Don't drink it too fast. It might come back up. Just a little. Let's see if we can get some of this vegetable soup in you as well.
Yeah.
And she spoon feeds you soup very slowly.
Where are my friends?
They're nearby. Still here. I had to kick them out, actually. But they weren't going to help, honestly.
Okay.
You'll be fine in a day or two. We just have to get through this, okay?
Yeah. What the hell is this?
Well, from what Redford told me, you're suffering from alcohol withdrawals, DTs,
What the hell is that?
delirium tremens. It's where you, your body, or your brain rather, is used to getting alcohol on a regular basis, and once it's cut off, the brain reacts.
Yeah. Dangerous stuff.
It's going to be a rough couple of days, Vortie, but I'll be here with you.
Okay. Thank you.
So, having a few spoonfuls of soup, you fall asleep again. Adam and Roscoe, what were you doing?
Going down, trying to find the rest of my party. I don't know if I see Redford or if I see Tessellay or who we see.
Redford is sitting in the vault when you go downstairs.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'll be like, all right, are we ready to do this?
Ready to do what?
Well, take Micah out to that point and cure him.
I'd say we're not ready at all.
What's wrong? Were you
Why
not
would you
ready?
think we were ready for that?
Well, because there's a limited amount of time that he will stay here in absolution before he goes back to his crazy cuckoo nest down south, so that we need to get it done as soon as possible.
I don't think he's going anywhere, honestly. He's walking around arm in arm with Nash.
Well, yeah, Nash is very charming, but I mean, eventually, he's an old man, so that's going to wear thin, If he were younger, I figure Nash could keep him distracted indefinitely, but you know how that is.
I don't know. I think we ought to wait for your friend to get better.
Honestly, while I would like that, I don't know if one person's going to be the difference. We're just going to be.
You don't think
we're
he's going to
to
get
be
better?
I think he'll get better, yeah, but I think that you should go ahead and perform the ceremony, cure this man, and we will talk to a reasonable person rather than a crazed fanatic. Look, I mean, if you are fine with a crazed fanatic who is potentially super dangerous wandering around your town,
If you're right,
it is on your head from that point.
If you're
forward.
right,
You are making this decision.
If you're right,
we're
talking about a dragon.
Right. Who is going to realize that he's in a post-apocalyptic world and needs our help to survive? He's got two options. He can stay here with you, or he can come and live with us in our little cave. That's it.
You think it's safer to you think it's safer to wake up a dragon than it is to just have an old man wandering around?
Maybe it isn't, but I think that talking to a sane person is more realistic than letting someone who might decide that this place is an abomination according to his god more dangerous.
I think we should sit on it for a little while.
Redford, I used to work
Hello,
as
Roscoe.
Hey, I've been here the
How
whole
are you
time.
today?
Yeah, he's right here.
I'm good. I was just standing a little bit lower.
Sit up on here. Sit up on my knees so that you can see. Come here.
Yeah, let me climb on up.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds great.
Speak your mind.
Redford, can I tell you a quick story?
Of course.
Oh, the two most compatible people.
I like stories.
I used to work as a scavenger outside of the town of Ongul. You know, I'd pick up whatever I could find from ruins. There's plenty of those around these days. You'd find little trinkets, dolls, whatnot. But I hated going into town to sell them. That's where all the people were. And, you know, maybe I felt like it was a little bit of I just would get a little anxious about facing them, and they'd see the wild, you know, kid from the hills coming down. But I had to make the money. So I'd wait. I'd gather everything I could. And then eventually it would be too much to carry into town. And I wouldn't be able to take it all. Then I'd have to make 2 trips just to sell what I could have to live.
Mm-hmm.
So what I learned was that sometimes when you wait too long to do something, it can create big problems. So maybe this lava pit advancing towards us and this dragon on our doorstep are 2 big problems that we can't carry at the same time.
Well, I would like to point out that the dragon on our doorstep is something you brought to us.
No, you were the one that delayed it a day when you could have met us on the ridge like we planned originally.
And he could have killed us all. You don't know what's going to happen when we
think
wake that dragon up.
I think that you underestimate the rationality of even the most vicious of dragons, sir. Listen, even a dragon that wants to become a tyrant is going to look around and realize he can't live here without help. And I think that him realizing that the world is slowly degrading underneath his scales is going to cause him an even more reason to want to work with us. So even if this is the most vicious, cruel dragon we are awakening, if we have a rational, sane one, then you are saving yourself from having a crazed dragon unleashed upon your people.
So you think I ought to just go out, go find Nash and wake him up right now, right in the middle of town?
No, I figured we should go to the ridge, like you said, because that is a wise decision.
While your friend's upstairs,
I will miss Vortie's
sweating his life out
and the abilities he brings to bear. But I honestly think that what we're doing here is we're not fighting, we're negotiating. And wow, that would have been Vortie's forte, and it hurts us for him not to be there. We got to do it now. Now, if you disagree, I respect your decision, sir. You're the one that's got to perform this, and I will wait on your call. But I'm going to let you know right now, this is your decision. So don't you put it back on us. We say do it now, and you are delaying it, and it be on your head, the consequences.
I never put it on you. I was saying I wanted to wait. Roscoe.
Yes, sir.
How long did you spend out in the waste?
I bounce him on my knee.
Well, since I was born, really, but by myself about 10 years.
That's a long time. I'm glad you found some friends.
So am I.
It's important to have people around you that care about you.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, Adaman, Roscoe, You care about each other, right?
And we care about your town and your people. And we don't want to bring pain and suffering here. So
That
we're
is
trying to
my
do the
aim.
best thing possible, which is move as rapidly as possible, in our opinion. But if you think that we need to wait and have one more, well, having our pinnacle whole would be amazing, sir.
Personally,
But
I would like to wait. But I tell
all
you
right.
what, I don't like to pass judgment, just leave it at that. Based on my own. How about you get the rest of your pinnacle together? You talk
Sounds
to them.
good. We'll
See what
gather
they
'em
think.
on up. We'll gather them on up. Thank you,
If
sir.
you still think right now is the time to do it, then maybe I'll be more inclined to listen.
All right. We'll pull them on in. Roscoe, I know you're going to go eat, so I'll gather
The
everybody up.
mess
and
hall
we'll
ought to be
see
open
that.
right about now.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
gotta
where me and
say-
Micah are headed anyway.
And Micah's
I don't
hungry.
know. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was hungry at 4 a.m. So, I mean, that's really, we'd probably meet you guys there
All right.
by
Yeah,
happenstance.
Vortie. You're awake, not awake. You're in between. Sometimes you see the room that you're in with the single candlelight. Catherine is sitting in a chair knitting. And then you have a dream. You're walking in an endless field. The grass comes up to your waist. As you walk, you hold a hand out, graze it across the tops of the grass. Above
very
you,
gladiator.
above you, you see stars. No moon, just stars. You are free from the pain that you've been in. You hear a voice. Vortie. Vortie, over here. You turn around and you see a person standing in the grass. She's barely 5 feet tall, maybe a little taller. The grass comes up to like almost her shoulders. But you see the tops of, on her shoulders, you can see that she's wearing sort of robes. She has long hair. Vortie.
Yeah. Who are you?
My name is Always.
Oh. Okay. Is there a last name?
No, just, it's like Cher, just Always.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, you don't know what that means.
No. What's going on? What's this? Where am I?
I'm so proud of you, Vortie.
Proud?
Yeah. You're totally changing your life right now. It's like you're a... It's like you're a caterpillar in a cocoon. Soon, something new will emerge.
Well, I definitely feel inside out.
And then, God help Scythia when that happens.
Guess it depends on which god.
It's a good point.
Dream.
It is a dream, yes. You're not... yeah, this is definitely a dream. Your body is still in that room in the vault. At this very moment.
Okay. I gotta be careful because I have really vivid dreams. This is like the most vivid of the vivid dreams I've had before.
It's
This-
kind of like a lucid dream. The lady that's looking after you,
Yeah, her name
He-
is Catherine.
be nice to her, okay?
Wow. I remember things better too.
Not that you wouldn't be nice to her anyway. I'm just saying.
Okay. She's being nice to me.
I'm sure you would have been anyway. I just feel the need to say something like that.
She brought me soup. Some bird nest soup. I think.
I think it was
Is that
vegetable,
possible?
actually, but you know, you might have heard something that somebody else was saying, and you mixed it up in your brain.
I don't know. Maybe sobriety fucks up with your taste buds.
It really does. But so I've read. Vortie, I just stay the course. Everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna be better than ever.
Okay.
Just let Catherine look after you. And in a few days, it's gonna be brand new.
Whew. Okay. This is some dream. So, where exactly do you come from? Like, what is your deal?
I come from
Who are you?
everywhere. It's hard to explain. I mean, I can try.
Give it your best shot.
Okay, well, I exist in every moment in time simultaneously.
Okay.
It's a lot to take in, I know.
All right.
So you can trust me.
If you exist in every moment in time, does that mean time doesn't exist for you?
Oh no, it exists. There's a beginning and an end. Everything in between.
Or do you just travel through time?
I wish it was that simple. It takes a lot to concentrate on a singular moment like this.
So then what's your gig? What do you do? What is this all about?
I simply am.
Or what?
Simultaneously, I see the moment you were born, this moment right now, and the moment you die.
And then you just every now and then take time to like invade people's dreams?
Basically.
Okay, makes perfect sense. I mean, what else would you do?
But yeah.
You could like go back in time and like warn people of not like, hey, remember that hole there? You don't want to step in that.
That's what I'm doing right now, Vortie.
Oh,
I don't always
Okay.
do that because
if you're always.
you don't want to spoil the surprise.
Why don't you always do that? If you're always, I feel like if you're always, you should always do always stuff. You always do stuff. You're always
They're stuck in a loop.
like if you were like never, or maybe like sometimes, I could see that.
I'm gonna respond to your friend that you can't hear. I'm not stuck in a loop. I am the loop.
Ugh.
Okay, like bracelet.
Kinda. Look, Vortie, just focus, okay? Everything's gonna be okay.
I don't know. Things are becoming a lot more clear now.
Listen to Catherine. Everything's gonna be okay. Maybe not listen to everything, but most things that Catherine said.
Yeah, not always.
Not all. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
your thing.
Exactly.
Got it. I'll be some of the time.
Okay, I have to go, but you can stay here as long as you want.
All right, I'm gonna play with the grass some more.
Okay. So you walk through the field.
Yeah.
Tips
I'm,
of the
I'm doing
grass.
my Russell Crowe moment in
Exactly.
Gladiator.
Feel
Definitely.
the starlight on your face. And eventually, whether it was your own doing or your subconscious, you get dragged back.
Am I back in the room?
Yes. Catherine is knitting.
Oh my God. Catherine, I had the weirdest dream.
Yes.
Always doesn't always mean always.
That's about what I expected you to say.
You have any more soup?
I'll go get some fresh. How about that?
Thank you.
I'll be right back. Leaves to go get you some soup. Adam and Roscoe, what did you want to do?
We're heading to where the food is.
Okay, so you're going to the mess
Just-
hall.
We figure that's where we're
Coincidentally-
going to meet our friends. Or if not, we're going to go search for them after we get Roscoe fed.
I find that when you seek out the food and you have a problem, you're usually going to solve at least one problem, if not two, by eating. You won't be hungry,
Roscoe,
and sometimes things just work out.
Roscoe, your wisdom is infinite, and I bow to it. Let's go eat.
Thank you.
Vortie would be so proud.
So Adam and Roscoe, you get to the mess hall. They have lights on inside because it's not light outside yet, and there's already a line of people who are presumably going to be working in the fields or somewhere in Absolution during the day. So you get in line.
Do I see my friends?
As you go through the line, you can see Tess and Nash, who have empty plates.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they've already finished their food. And Micah, who's got a plate with like a shitload of food on it. Like he went through the line 3 or 4 times, right?
Good. Okay, good. Look, as long
And
as
he
I know
is-
where all 3 of them are, I'm
And
happy.
he is chowing down.
Man, Roscoe, I think Micah could give you a run for your money.
Roscoe starts eating.
Okay, well, perhaps next time on Entropy, we'll have an eating contest between Roscoe and Micah.
Yes.
I don't like it because that means you're wasting another day of my time.
Was it wasted, Adaman?
If it ends in death and destruction, it sure is.
We'll see.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you for playing, players. Thank you for
Thanks for
watching,
having us.
watchers.
It was so much fun. Infuriating, but fun.
We'll see you next week. On Entropy.
Amazing. I love Redford and Tessellate dynamic. I
really thought
I want
that
more of it.
speaking to him in parable would like
No,
get
you
him-
did. You
I
got to
liked
him, man.
it. Yeah,
He's stewing on it. Like obviously
He'll
it
think
doesn't
about
go
it.
with James's plan, but Redford's thinking
You
about it.
changed
Yeah.
his mind and got a maybe.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
More than I expected.
Yeah.
Redford
I'm
is
telling you
stubborn.
right now. And he knows that it's his own darn fault, whatever happens from this point out. Because we told him expediency. And
Not
he
to
is choosing
mention-
delay.
He has seen firsthand how serious the repercussions can be when you make a decision for other people.
Yeah. If only we had Vortie there to make a persuasion roll so that James's hands would be tied.
No, it's fine.
It's like a
Next time.
25.
This is what's happening. This is what's happening.
Next time.
Yep.
Who knows,
Choices.
who knows what Vortie's going to be like when he emerges from his chrysalis?
He's gonna be
Can't
Superman
wait.
and save us
He's
all. and
gonna
that's
be
all I really care
brand
about.
new, apparently.
Brand new, like a new shiny penny.
Are you going to start going by Vortimer?
Vortie's a dragon!
That would be amazing.
Oh my god, everyone's a dragon.
Everyone's a dragon.
Can
Redford.
He's literally had horns.
Can you turn off
whole
the stream
time.
so that we can like backlog that I'm a dragon real quick? Okay, no, it's too late. All right, never mind.
All right. Well, I can. Good night, everybody.
Hey, I'm a
Good
dragon
night.
now.
We'll see you next week.